So, figure it out. Just give me a second. Gotta get rid of that. Whatever it is. That's better. That's even better. Figure it out in a minute. There we go. I think that for right now, that's as good as I'm going to get it. I can figure out what's going on. This Josh's contraption. How's everybody doing this morning? Hopefully everybody is doing well. I have to figure out why that's doing that. But at least I can get you the whiteboard. I think. I'll have to figure it out later. There we go. That's at least better. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll have to have Josh because there's a problem and I don't know. It's looking right here. Something going on with that. Oops. Sorry. That's better. Well, that's kind of better. What he did. I got y'all catty-wonk here this morning, guys. Sorry about that. So how is everybody this morning? Oh, that's the best we're gonna get until I figure out what happened. I don't know what happened and I can't figure it out, fix it. I didn't realize it was gonna do that. So we're on the highway if you haven't guessed. Sorry for the little black thing, but at least I made it to the point where it's better than it was. Trying to make it even better, but also that's even better to some degree. So I uploaded a short last night and the short this morning because last night the fire or the was beeping beepity beepity, and my goodness gracious, of course Mr. Blessed Crochet slept right through it. I don't know why this is weird this morning. I'll have to have Josh look at it because I don't know why it's so shaky. So I'm sorry, guys. It's not usually that shaky, but it's also not usually in that position. So I don't know what it is. And if I try to fool around with it too much, it will make you all nauseous, which I don't want to do. But anyway, so hopefully y'all are having a great morning and you're ready for this Memorial Day weekend. I did go live on Chip's channel. Congratulations to Chip with Are You Locked In? Because he's at he made it to 10K. And so congratulations. I was on his channel for a little bit last night just celebrating with him. But I had a migraine kind of on and off all day, so I was just really struggling with that. So that's one of the reasons I did go live. And then of course last night with the smoke detector trying to figure out what it was going to do. Whether it was going to go off or on. I think eventually the battery died. I'm still going to get a battery because on the offset chance it starts up tonight, I don't want to have to listen to it. My mother was funny because she was like, how are you going to get all the way up there? Because we do have one in our living room. And I said, it wasn't, Mom. It was the one in our bedroom. And she said, well, I could kind of hear it all the way in my bedroom. So the video with the door closed. Your door is closed and my door is closed. So it's still hear it. You know, the thing was, y'all could hear on the video, it was loud, but it was even louder in person. So I ended up kind of putting in a sheet over my, like a blanket over my head so that it could muffle the sound, because it was like, my goodness gracious, this is just going to not be a fun night. Hi, Fairbrook Studio, welcome on in. You could put hashtag blessed in the chat if you wanted people to connect with your channel. So we are still, I think we're sitting at 2052 in watch hours. So any help with that would be greatly appreciated. And I'm sorry for the extra shaky camera. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's Josh has to let me know. I tried to learn about it, but something's happened to it. It needs to be in a different position, but I also don't want to fool around with it and have have y'all get nauseous from the shakiness of the camera that's already shaky for some reason. So we'll go live probably tomorrow sometime. We're just gonna have an easy hamburgers and hot dogs tomorrow. Now tonight we do have a premiere at 8 p.m. Eastern. We got our juicer in. I'm excited. So you'll have to see kind of what our first juicing experience is. We weren't going to go and get much right now until the beginning of the month, but we're going to go ahead and get some some stuff because I was reading overnight when I couldn't sleep with the beeping of the smoke detector that pineapple, not canned pineapple, but pineapple, fresh pineapple, is very good for somebody with a cough. It helps to break up mucus within your body. So I'm going to get some pineapple, get some apple. We get some spinach, and we have some celery and a little bit of ginger. Now with the ginger, I see people putting like tons of, like 2 or 3 knobs of ginger in. We're not doing that much because it's going to have to be a little bit of ginger, because ginger can be very, very spicy. And I think it has to be to your liking and to your taste. But I am very impressed with what we got so far. And so I thought, well, I'll get some pineapple at the store and see if that doesn't help Josh a little bit. He's kind of working through this medicine that he's had in his system for a while, and I guess it's taking a while to come out of his system. But we'll give that a whirl and see how that goes. So I will do that as a little bit of a recipe. Again, when you're juicing, you want to keep an 80-20% kind of rule. But for like this specific juice, because I want to make sure that he gets a lot of the pineapple juice when he gets it, I want to make sure that I'm not diluting the pineapple juice. But I'll get oranges too, because they said that's another thing to put in it. So I'll get it and see if that just doesn't help. But I'll get some ginger, but I'm not putting in huge amount, just a little tiny bit to start. So we'll give that a try. So I'll do that recipe too as well. But join us tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the premiere of the we got the juicer in. But I'm probably gonna go home and have a nap because that whole thing was exhausting last night. And Josh did wake up and his sugar was going down, so I had to go get him some homemade peanut butter cookies that I make and some juice. It wasn't from the juicer, it was just regular juice right now. And so we got that, and within 15 minutes he was back to sleep again. And I was like, you got to be
But then
kidding
he
me.
walked out of the bedroom door this morning and the beeping stopped. That was the crazy thing.
I don't know, but I can tell
I
you,
don't know what made it do that.
I don't know.
When he opened the bedroom door.
Because I opened the bedroom door to go get the cookies and it didn't stop for me.
You
It
don't
knows
you don't
I don't have that power for
You
some
don't-
reason. Oh my goodness. So I thought, well, I'll do a short that says a beep in the night because that's what it was. So we have that going on. But I'm probably gonna go home and take a little bit of a nap. Now on Tuesday, and we are not rescheduling this.
Lord willing.
Lord willing. I have worked with a gentleman who is in our local area that wants to do an interview with my mom and I. We're going to try to figure out how to get Christina in that interview. even if it's by Zoom, because he's going to do us and put us on Facebook and help me with our Facebook presence and so forth. And also the video that he has, he's going to send it to me so I can put it up on any kind of platform. So I'm really excited. I gave him some soap caddies, and he's also kind of has he's doing an event on July 3rd, and he he said that, you know, he's going to have some vendors there, and he said, of course, you've already paid for your vendors just because of the amount of soap caddies I donated to him for him to pass out when he does giveaways and so forth. So I'm excited about that coming up. You know, one thing that Chip was talking about last night or yesterday, and I really and I said to him, you know, I have to you're the main reason why we kind of changed up our soap caddy packaging was because of him. And I had looked at the way we were doing our soap caddy packaging, and it was nice and it was okay. But I knew that we needed to change it up, especially if we were going into local stores within the area. And, you know, one thing I said last night on his live was we have these soap caddies in stores, and there's been about, I don't know how many have been sold since mom looked, but there's like 5 or 6 sold at the one store. And when people purchase them, when you turn it on the back is a QR code to our YouTube channel. I need to do an updated video on the soap caddies. But people are going to our YouTube channel. It is exposure to our YouTube channel and our community. And, you know, if you just kind of stay in your lane, you're not going to go very far, but you have to kind of expand it out. You know, sending the things I did to Mystery Bling Scoops was another exposure to our channel. And actually, somebody did order some soap caddies through that interaction. And maybe down the road, she'll carry some of our soap caddies. There is somebody else that I'd like to send them to, and I'm not looking for anything out of that. I just like to encourage her because she is autistic and she's kind of doing the scoop trend. And I just want to say, just keep going, pursue your dreams, kind of thing. There is Haley Ray that I'm going to send them to. She has a large platform. It is exposure, and I know that she'll talk about them, but also because I appreciate her content. I want to say thank you to her content for her content and to her viewers and to her people and to what she calls her turkeys. Um, I cannot look at her when I go on it on Facebook in the morning and I flip through the reels. And usually I always get a smile. My mom's even seen her and just smiled. Don't forget your turn, mama.
Right.
I start talking and she gets in slow and she forgets that there's a turn coming up. So it's just
Yeah.
a little reminder. But anyway, she I can't help but smile when I see her and I see, you know, her talk and so forth. And not only that, she talks about her struggles, she talks about her difficulties, but she's also just like this ray of sunshine. That's one of the reasons why I did her soap caddy in the colors in which I did, which were yellow. Not my favorite color, but that's okay because I wanted to say to her, you know, you're just this ray of sunshine and so forth. And so she has a large platform that's exposure. And even if she doesn't show it, it's fine. There's another lady that I watch that I would like to make sure that I can send one to. And she does a lot of traveling and, you know, she does cruises and so forth. And she's really neat. I think her name is Christine, and she's just really a neat channel and you know, neat content as well. And for someone that probably will never make it to Alaska and never make it to other places that she travels to, I kind of get to have that interaction with her and her content, and then I can sit there and say, well, I may never make it to Alaska, but guess what, I can live it watching her stuff, and she's really good. I may never make on a cruise. I'd like to one day with Mr. Buster Crochet, but I can get on a cruise through watching her stuff. So, you know, if you have the availability to send any of your merch to any of your favorite people, don't just send it to people that are going, that are just to the exposure thing. Send it to people that you watch. Send it to people that you enjoy their content. Let them know that you enjoy their content for whatever reason it is, like for those two examples. And even if it's a shirt, even if it's just a little sticker, even if it's something, even if it's just something little, right? You know what? It may be worth the exposure. Even so, even if not, it's just really nice to be able to let another content creator know that you appreciate them, enjoy their content, and you're thankful for what they're doing because this isn't always the easiest thing to do, y'all. So, with that being said, whatever's going on with this thing from Bob, we're almost to church. So, I'm going to let you go. Join us tonight for 8 p.m. for the premiere of The Juicer. And it's a good one. So anyway, I will see y'all later. Have a great day. Remember to be proud of being you. Everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And today is the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad it is. Have a great day. See you tonight, 8 p.m. for the premiere. Love you all. And that's Eastern time.